everyone, and welcome back with us on Adventures. We're starting our tour where we left it off at the Caspar Davies Hotel, and it's breakfast time. Mark has fancied a dip, so what better way than to enjoy the gorgeous pool that we had available. Good morning everyone.
Morning.
So we are in Caspar Davies in the... we're not even in the Sahara Desert yet, we're in the Merzouga Mountains. So we stayed here last night.
It's literally in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, as you can see, if we just spin, this is where we are. So it's just mountains and little Berber villages. So this is the hotel we're staying at as part of our luxury tour excursion. And the hotel's lovely. It's quite traditional, but it's got a gorgeous little pool which you can see behind us. So there's the pool area. And then I'll pop some clips in of the room and the dinner we had last night. The dinner we had last night was okay. It wasn't amazing, but the lunch we did have yesterday was really nice. That was gorgeous. So yeah, it was like a ready-made dinner last night, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So you didn't really get to choose off a menu or anything. They just brought out the dishes. So we had
a chicken option and then like a vegetarian option.
Yeah.
But that was it. That was it basically.
So we had soup to start, and then after the soup we had, what was it? The chicken.
It was like a chicken tagine,
which come with rice and loads of salad, which was really nice. It was tasty. There just wasn't a lot of food, so we did leave dinner feeling a little bit hungry still. And the hotel does allow you to have drinks if you do want to have alcoholic drinks as well, so that is allowed. So we didn't stay for dinner for long. We just had some food and then went back to the room because we were so tired. Because yesterday, all in all, we were travelling, weren't we, from around 7:30 in the morning. And we travelled up until about 6:30, 7 o'clock last night. But we stopped off so many times. So you stop off for a couple of hours to go and sightsee. We stopped off to do toilet breaks. We stopped off to get refreshments. So there's plenty of stop-offs, so you don't feel like you're travelling in the car for too long. Well, the van that we were in, but this location that we're in at the moment, because we're on our way to the Sahara, I think we're sort of like halfway there, and as you can see, the sun's just starting to rise and it's absolutely gorgeous. So it is very arid. It's a lot of desert land, and then you come to little tiny villages along the way, but it is beautiful. So we're going to take you with us again today. We've got another long day ahead of us up until we get to the Sahara. So we've got to travel. We're getting breakfast at 7 o'clock, and then
That's included, isn't it?
Breakfast's included as well, yeah, in the price. I'm not sure what the breakfast's going to be like yet, but I will film it for you. And then we get picked up at 8 and then make tracks towards the Sahara, which we should be arriving around 5, 6 tonight, maybe. So yeah, come with us and we'll show you what we're getting up to. Okay guys, so this is our room. So I'm just standing by the window now, so I'll just show you the view. Nice traditional Moroccan windows. Marcus is just packing his bag for today. And then this is the room. I'll show you around. So pretty basic, and then you've got your bathroom, and then this is like a little balcony. The wind was quite bad last night, so you could really hear the wind in the room. So we are just packing. These are our headscarves for the camels. We bought these yesterday. They were 50 dirham, but we did actually go to the Berber village and you can get them for 30 dirham. So do barter with them, because he wanted 150 dirham at first and we did say to him no, 50. But you can get them for even cheaper, up to as little as 30 dirham. So just keep that in mind. These are what you need for the camels. You don't have to wear them, but if it's sandy, it just stops the sand from getting in your face, and also it stops any sun from burning your neck and your head, especially if you're bald like me. This is our main case. So tonight what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking just our backpacks into the desert, because we have to carry them on a camel. So we've decanted all of our stuff we're going to wear for tonight into the backpacks from our main bag, and that one will stay in the van, and then when you pick that up the next day. And just like that, it was time to lock the room and head off for breakfast. So this was our small breakfast room. It was really quiet the time we were there, and we managed to get a nice little table outside on the gorgeous terrace area. Breakfast was a nice mix of English/traditional Moroccan, along with pastries, yogurts, teas and coffees. It was then time to check out, grab our bags, leave the hotel and head back in the van onto the next part of our journey. So guys, this trip does involve a lot of travel. Many hours were spent in this van, but it was worth it in the end. But just be mindful, if you are interested in doing this kind of excursion, then be prepared to be locked up in the van for a long time. So this is our first stop of the day. So we've come to the top of the canyon for a little toilet break. We've been in the bus for like 45 minutes. We picked up, so it's not that long before you stop off for your first break. So this is the little coffee shop where you can grab a hot drink, some refreshments. The toilets here to use are 5 dirham each, by the way. We then come to another part of our tour, which was a short stop. These were called the monkey hands. The rocks were shaped like the hands of monkeys, and that's where they got the name from. This was just a quick short stop, but do be mindful if you are doing this tour. There are a lot of children who are local to the area who do beg and ask for money. And yet, you guessed it, we got back in that van and we travelled some more. The landscape became more and more arid the further into the mountains and the desert we got. Okay guys, so we have just stopped off. We've just been driving for about an hour from the mountains. So we are at a service station. So like I said to you yesterday, we stop off quite a lot for toilet breaks, for coffees, and there's always a little coffee shop to get snacks, crisp, chocolate, biscuits, obviously hot drinks and coffees. So in regards to stopping off for toilets, it's like a regular thing, so it's really good, so you don't feel like you're driving for long. The heat today is absolutely boiling. I think it's about 30 and it's still not even 11 o'clock in the morning, so it's really warm. Beautiful though, because obviously England's so cold. So we're just going to get some, Marcus is getting a coffee, I'm going to get a little ice cream, and we've got some water and stuff ready for the desert. So yeah, I will keep you updated as and when we move on. But look how beautiful this is. I mean, it's only a petrol station, but you know what I mean. This is nice. It's really nice.
Guys, this was one of my favourite stops. It was an amazing gorge with a lovely little creek going through the middle of it. We were able to paddle in the creek as well, and it also had some lovely little stores around the outside of it where you could buy all traditional trinkets like earrings, hats, traditional clothing as well. Lovely little stop for photos also. Put it right out.
So we've just come to the gorge. I've put my little head wrap on to keep the heat off me head. It's already burnt.
It is absolutely boiling there, isn't it? You burnt your nose, haven't you?
I've burnt my nose, yeah. And you can see, but it's red. But this is just amazing. Never go right up, right. heading back to the van. There's everyone else. So hot.
So after a short 30-minute stop, we were back on the bus to enjoy the lovely aircon.
Final stop before the desert. It's Cafe Tureg. So we had a buffet lunch here. It's mainly vegetables and chicken and stuff. So guys, we've not done any food reviews while we've been on this trip, simply because everything's been buffet style. So we don't feel like we've had true, authentic Moroccan food from a restaurant or a menu. Then it was time for me and everyone else to try out the traditional Moroccan clothes and headscarves.
So we're just at the last stop now towards the desert. They brought us to a family-run shop where you can get dressed in the traditional clothing. So that's why I've got the headscarf on and the full head-to-toe outfit. And then they give you a photo with a group photo of the full group. And then you get a choice whether you want to buy it or not. So we're going to put some clips in of what the shop's like and stuff. But yeah, this is an experience in itself. Everyone's coming out all fully dressed, head to toe. So yeah, amazing.
So at this point of our tour, we did get hit by a sandstorm, which was quite scary. At one point, we actually couldn't see ahead of us on the road, but we carried through and decided to make it all the way to our pickup point for the desert. So we are currently, how many hours in?
I'd say about 8.5.
Since 7:30 this morning, so
It's now 4:30.
It's now 4:30. We've stopped off, we've had lunch, and we're currently going through a really bad sandstorm. It looks like this outside. We'll pop some videos in of how bad the storm's been. So we're not sure whether we'll be able to ride the camels tonight because of how bad the weather is. So we're going to see when we get to the camp what it's going to be like, and then if not, we're going to ride the camels tomorrow and just do the jeeps over to the camp. But we'll keep it updated. But this is one of the things that happens, like in the desert, if the wind's up, you get bad sandstorms. And finally, after a long 10-hour journey in that van, we arrived at the desert pickup point. And yes, the sandstorm had well and truly hit. We met our jeeps and our camel at this point, where we would be then taken to the luxury desert camp. So we're just sat in the bus, currently waiting to see if we can get all the camels, which are currently over there but in the wind. So we don't know whether we're getting on a camel or on a jeep and then doing the camel tomorrow because the sandstorm's blowing through. So we're just waiting to find out what the situation is. So the wind was too bad for us to ride the camels to the camp that night. There is an option to get in the cars if you don't want to do the camel ride. So that's what we opted for, just so we could be comfortable and get there while the wind was so bad. We're currently in a car going to the camp. Thanks, babe.
Oh, wow. At least the wind's calm.
So guys, we've just got into a car in the desert in Sahara. I've got me Auntie Kathleen and me cousin Billy with me. Say hi, guys.
Hi.
So we got here, it took us 10 hours literally from start to finish, and that does include like stops and at restaurants and toilet breaks and things, but then we had to wait to actually get into this car to get to the desert, to our camp, because the sand's that bad. We can't go on the camel, so I think we're going to do the camels tomorrow. But we're literally going to be there about 5 or 10 minutes, and then we're going to get back with Paul and the rest of the group, so see you soon.
Whoa!
Oh, look at this.
System. There they are. Did you have the ride of your life?
Oh, that smells unreal.
Is it hot?
Thank you.
Oh, that's unreal.
Wow. That's so nice and sweet. Sweet and minty.
Guys,
Yeah, man.
Here
we go.
Happy
birthday.
Cheers.
What a way to spend it.
With a bit of a whiskey wine.
What's going on?
The guys just taking us to our tent now, so this is the first time I'm going to get to see it.
Okay. So shall we vlog it? Shall we vlog it? So this is our room. And then we paid for the luxury camp, so this is the luxury. So we've got a flushable working toilet in the middle of the desert. And then we've got a gorgeous little shower in the middle of the desert. Our little sink area. So we've got the moon, the camp, and the dunes.
Is that me?
So we are going to go on the camels tonight.
Yeah, the
stuff tomorrow. Where? Oh yeah. Come on.
So guys, the sandstorm had subsided, so we decided to give the camels a go.
This was definitely a fun part of our excursion. However, they were difficult to get up on, and then it's quite scary when they actually do stand up and sit back down. So be mindful, you've got to have your balance, otherwise you will tip off. Once we were on the camels, it was time for our half-an-hour ride through the Sahara Desert. What an experience. And at this point, guys, the camels become extra bumpy as we headed down the dunes and held on for our dear lives. After our camel adventure, we decided to head back to camp, freshen up, and head up to the main tent for our evening buffet dinner. Cheers! It's boiling, so the heat. Evening, guys. We've just had dinner. It was gorgeous. It was like a buffet dinner again. So they had a selection of meat, veg, vegetarian, vegan, beans, rice, everything you could think of. I'm just back in the room. I just thought I'd come back, put some water in for tomorrow, and quickly update you on how the night's been. We can't believe how amazing the camp is. It's so nice. And like I said earlier on in the vlog, we've got all the mod cons. We've got toilet, we've got shower. This is our gorgeous little bedroom tent, if you can see it. Then we've got the little sink area there behind me. So I think if you can hear in the background, it's the drums. The Berber men do the bonfire and the dancing now with the drums. So we're going to go and see that, and then we'll show you everything we can see basically. So we'll see you in a bit. After the celebrations, we decided we were all really tired, so we decided to call it a day as we had another early start in the morning. Good morning. So it's currently 5:30 and we are just getting up. We slept okay, but there was a dog barking all night, so we kept waking up because of the dog, and the tent was so warm. But it's actually a little bit cooler this morning before the sun rises, so we're just going to go out and see if we can see the sunrise on the camels. So we'll film it for you. Just on top of the dunes. I don't know whether you're going to be able to hear us. Mark's just trying to fit his scarf
For the 100th time.
for the 99,000th time. Oh, it's just so beautiful up here. So this is our camp fire area where we were sitting last night. So as you can see, we set it up. This is the fire area. The view. And this is the Berber little tent just here. And now it's breakfast time. Okay guys, so we have just had breakfast. Hopefully you'll be able to hear me properly because it's quite windy. It's been windy since yesterday, as you can see on the vlog. We've had a little bit of a sandstorm, but today it's cleared up. Little camels behind me there, so nice. So breakfast was okay. It was a buffet breakfast. Not really much there, to be honest. There was eggs, there's some fruit, some yoghurt. Not massive choice. And like I say, you just help yourself to it. This was included in the price. So all in all, for this experience, this was the luxury experience. That's why we got a toilet and a shower in our room. So that was £136 English pounds, and that was for the 3 days, 2 nights, and that includes 2 evening meals and 2 breakfasts. Time to go.
And just like that, our time on the camp has come to an end. Super flying visit, but an amazing experience in itself. It's not 8 o'clock in the morning yet, but it almost is. We're just going to jump in a 4x4 now and go back to the bus and start making our journey back to Marrakesh.
Time to go. 10 hours back to Marrakesh. Where are we going?
On a road trip back to Marrakesh.
How long is it going to take?
About 3 days.
We'll walk, please, away. We'll walk.
Smell you later.
No, they've just got an empty waste camp to themselves now.
Yeah.
Wonder who comes and cleans it all?
It's probably them, isn't it?
Do you reckon? Do you reckon they'll have
Well, they might do it in the morning while it's still cool.
Yeah.
That's why they get everyone out early.
This is the sort of music I need on that cinematic video of you, Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Woo. So bubbly. So once in our cars, we were then taken back to our minibuses where we would make the long journey all the way back to Marrakesh. So this is our first stop off. We've come to a little petrol station. What is it?
It's like a little, it's like a supermarket, but with like a little coffee shop and stuff in it.
You know. Yeah, so this is our first stop off. So we've been in the van like half an hour, haven't we? So
yeah.
it's nice. We're just having a little coffee.
We've been in the van for an hour and a half.
Oh,
Yeah.
been in the van for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's our first stop, and then we're making our way back towards Marrakesh. We're gonna have some lunch, aren't we?
Probably later on. Yeah.
And then we should be getting into Marrakesh for about 6:30, hopefully.
How many stop-offs today?
I don't know.
We'll go through each stop-off so you can see how many stop-offs there is on the way.
And then we'll update you on what we thought of the desert camp and the prices and stuff as well. So after a couple of hours back in the van, we then reached our lunch spot, which, you've guessed it again, was a buffet lunch. This lunch though did seem to have a lot more variety. There was Moroccan tea, waters, juices. There was a huge selection of salads, pastas, really nice fresh dishes, and then there was also a few dishes of Moroccan tagine as well, which was absolutely beautiful. As you can see, there wasn't a lot left of the tagine. After lunch, we headed back in the van, and it was the long journey home all the way back to Marrakesh. This again took us around 10 hours, and we reached Marrakesh itself at around 6:30, 7 p.m. that evening. Once we got back to Marrakesh, it was time to find our new Airbnb host. So this is the inside of our Riad. This is our entrance hall. I'll put links up to this in the description as well in case you want to book it. It is on Airbnb, and it worked out for the 6 of us, just £40 each for the night. And then we've got this. Absolutely stunning. So it's 3 floors. We've got a second floor up the top, 2 bedrooms downstairs. We've got a massage room. We've got a rooftop pool. And this is the living area. Stunning. So guys, once we checked into our new Riad, it was time to enjoy our very last night in Marrakesh with a rooftop bar, plenty of drinks, and enjoy the beautiful sights of the Medina. Hey guys.
Hiya.
So if you've made it this far in the vlog, then thank you so much for watching and sticking with us. We hope you enjoyed it. We absolutely loved Marrakesh, didn't we?
Yeah, it was amazing.
It was so good. And as you can see through the vlog, we did so much in such a small space of time. And we packed a lot in, didn't we?
Exhausted is not even in it. It was so tiring, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But to be able to experience what we experienced on that trip was just unreal.
Yeah.
You've got to put the time in to be able to do something like that, and we definitely put the time in, didn't we?
Yeah. I think as we said in the vlog as well, like a lot of the time was spent in the van. So anyone that doesn't like spending a lot of time trapped in one space, it's not for you, because it's like it was 10 hours a day, and we stopped off loads, didn't we?
Oh yeah, there was loads of stop offs,
Yeah.
like toilet breaks and coffees and snacks and things like that. But not just that, as you've seen in the vlog, there was like things to actually see as well.
Yeah.
Which made it really, didn't it? Because I think if it would have been a straight run for 10 hours, no.
Yeah.
Definitely wouldn't have recommended it, but yeah, it was great.
I think the only thing we wished we would have done, we wish we would have stayed a little bit longer. So we done 5 days altogether, but 4 of them days were spent travelling, and then 3 nights in the mountains and the desert. So I think we wished we would have had an extra day just to explore the Medina of Marrakesh a little bit more, because we had the first evening there, which was very, very quick. And then the next morning we got picked up at 7:30, so we had no time whatsoever, did we?
No.
And then when we got back to Marrakesh on the last day before we come home, we had the evening again. So we got to see a little bit more of the city, as you've seen in the vlog. But then again, the next day we were up the crack of dawn to then get the flight back home. So I think if you're going to book something like that and you're going to stick the desert excursion into it, then maybe do like 6-7 days, maybe do a week, so you've got a couple of days in the Medina of Marrakesh as well, so you get to see it all.
Yeah, I mean, the main reason that we went there was for Paul's birthday,
desert,
obviously,
yeah.
and to do that excursion. So I think for us, it worked perfectly, didn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think obviously to be able to see Marrakesh itself, that you'd have to do longer, because the majority of the time for us was spent on that tour.
Definitely. And we loved it, but like I say, it's a long excursion, but totally worth doing.
How much was the tour altogether?
I put it in the vlog. It's in the, I think it was £137. That was including 2 evening meals each and breakfast each. But like we've explained in the vlog, we didn't do any food reviews at all, because one thing we didn't get to do was to sit and have a proper Moroccan meal. So we didn't do any food reviews, because every time we got to eat, it was a buffet lunch, wasn't it? So that was the only downside of the tour, I would say. There was a lot of buffet food. There wasn't really menus to choose from.
For me personally, that was the main thing for me, was the food not being the best. Every stop off that we went to have lunch, it was all the same. It was like chicken drumsticks, salad, pasta,
bolognese.
Chips. That was the only thing for me that sort of let it down. But apart from that, I'd probably give it a good 8 or 9 out of 10.
Yeah, same. I think that the icing on the cake was the desert camp, wasn't it? It was amazing.
Oh my god, it was unreal.
It was unbelievable.
When we first got there, it was like something out of a book. I've never seen nothing like it before.
And it was like literally like Lawrence of Arabia. It was like being.
And I wasn't expecting the cabin to be like that either. Was you?
What cabin? Oh, the tent.
Not the cabin, the tent. Yeah.
Oh no, the tent was amazing.
No, that's what I mean. It was like I was expecting like a little shabby thing, but it had laminate flooring and everything, and like a proper shower and a toilet.
All the mod cons. But what I would say is the tents haven't got air conditioning.
Yeah.
So we were lucky enough, because I'd done some research on some vlogs and travelling. We took a little handheld fan with us, didn't we? So we had that on the pillow, like cooling us down.
No, and when I say that it was our saviour, it was our saviour, because we were sweating in the night.
Yeah.
And then we had to leave it in between us, didn't we, on the bed, like blowing on us, because I thought it was so hot.
We were boiled.
Yeah.
It was just really humid. So it's uncomfortable if you haven't got a fan. So if you're going to do it, one of our top tips would be take a fan with you. Or something that'll cool you down in the night. Maybe spray the bed in wet and sleep on it like damp, all that kind of thing. But yeah, that was the only thing, and the little dog that kept us awake, wasn't it? There was a dog barking
all through the night,
apparently,
which is quite annoying, wasn't it? But
apparently they have dogs to protect the camels, but it was barking the whole night, wasn't it?
Yeah, the whole night. We were up at 5 the next day, wasn't we?
Yeah.
Which was good, because we wanted to go on the camels anyway, but
yeah,
it did keep us up.
Definitely get up early the next day, because the sunrise and then the dunes nice and quiet. It was just beautiful.
It was lovely in the morning, because there wasn't anybody around, so it was literally just us walking up to the top of the like the dunes, wasn't it?
Yeah.
To watch the sunrise.
On your own.
Yeah, and like it was just unbelievable. The views and stuff was just stunning.
Yeah.
And it wasn't too hot either. It was nice. It was a bit windy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But it wasn't too hot at that time. It was nice.
Yeah, I wouldn't have liked it if it had been like beaming sunshine and then just blue sky completely, because it was a little bit hazy because of the sand. So it did cool it down a little bit, because we were saying, weren't we, if we'd have been trekking on the camels the day we got there when we had the sandstorm, it would have been a little bit dangerous if you didn't have water with you, because it was like 38 degrees some days, so the humidity was like sky high. So it was like, I was finding it hard to breathe, like take your breath away. It was really warm, but it was 100% worth doing. But
I think with the whole camel thing though as well, if you've seen in the vlog when we got there, the sandstorm, but it worked out perfectly for us, because that made us get into the 4x4s to get to the camp, didn't it? And then we'd done the camels a bit later on when the sandstorm had settled.
Yeah.
So it was better, wasn't it, a little bit?
Yeah.
I found it better doing it then, to be fair.
Definitely. So top tips, I would say, obviously take a fan with you. Take a water bottle or plenty of water with you, because you do stop off to get water, but just make sure you've got loads of water with you.
I was going to say, even if you want to have a drink as well, there's no drink allowed in the well, it's allowed, but you can't get it in the camp. So make sure that you get stock up on your beers and stuff before you actually get to the camp.
Yeah. And don't forget to get a headscarf. Headscarves are amazing, because if we hadn't had them headscarves when the sandstorm came, we would have really struggled with the sand in our mouth, our nose, our ears, our eyes. So if you get a chance, get yourself a headscarf. We did manage to get cheap ones from a little stop point that we got, didn't we?
Yeah.
So we got cheaper ones because they will take you to like family owned ones.
And you can
which-
also barter with them as well. Like they actually want you to barter with them on the stores. They're like, well, how much do you want to give us then? You tell me how much you want to pay.
Yeah.
So you can barter with them. So just you can sort of haggle, try and get the price down, because they will try to rip you off. They'll try and get more money out of you if they can.
Definitely.
So yeah, if you can haggle your price down, then definitely it's quite daunting at first. But once you've done it and you realise they all want to do it, then you just carry on doing it. Then no matter where you go.
Yeah. I'd also recommend and say as well, booking through Airbnb. It was amazing, absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
The communication with the hosts, both Riads that we stayed in, communication was amazing. They both had specific drivers and people that will come and meet you to give you the key, show you around the house, and then show you where to put the key the next day, when to check out. So them two hosts were absolutely amazing. The 2 links are in the descriptions if you did want to book that for yourselves, but I definitely recommend it. Really good value for money. The facilities were amazing. They were both really close to the main Medina. And that was pretty much it.
And they were spotless as well, which was the main thing for me, because I was just worried about them being not clean, but they were spotless.
They weren't dirty at all.
That was a good thing as well.
Both had little pools as well, little plunge pools, which again we didn't get a chance to experience, which I was a bit gutted about, but they looked amazing. So yeah, I would definitely recommend booking on Airbnb. Take a fan with you.
And use Viator as well.
Use Viator. That's the link that I put in the first vlog. That's who we booked our tour with. And again, they're really good because the communication with them is really good.
And they gave us the option as well. Didn't need to get picked up from either a pickup point or from our Riad.
Yeah.
So they actually picked us from the Riad. So we didn't have to go walking through the Medina trying to find where to find this tour. So if you do book with them, I'd say if you've got the option to get picked up from your Riad, I'd definitely do that. Yeah.
And that's pretty much it, guys. So I'd just like to say thank you so much for watching again. Please comment, like, and subscribe. So we have now got planning for our next big adventure, which I'm sure you've all already heard if you follow us on Instagram. So we're going to be heading to Orlando, which we are beyond excited for. So it's going to be the Disney and Universal vlogs, which we cannot wait to do for you.
Should have told them.
Well,
it's
all over the Instagram. It's too late. It's too late. You already know. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next vlog.
Thanks, guys. Stay tuned. Bye.
Bye.